Namaskar. The topic of the video is the price of helping others. This is part 1. Welcome to AB Lifetime, channel about mental health, and I'm Anna Bobikova. I found there this dark brown hair. And you know what kind of good of person I am? I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell to my husband. I didn't tell to that waitress. I want a world be kind and loving. If you watch this video, you will receive the answers for the questions. Why I'm not happy helping others? What is my helping others limit? When and how I should help? Why do I get exhausted helping others? How I can help others and be happy? So let's sort out when and how we should help. So I would like to start with a couple of quotes about helping others. The secret to happiness is helping others. Next one. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. This is Winston Churchill quote. Making money is a happiness. Making other people happy is a super happiness. It's Nobel Peace Prize recipient Mohammad Yunus. And we all know that feeling. We all know that feeling, how happy we are when we help others. But also, sometimes when we are helping, we are not even happy. We feel exhausted. And as an aftermath, we have this bitterness and anger and frustration, like, why did I do that? I don't understand. What was that for, right? That's familiar for you too, right? So let's sort things out and see what's going on with us during the help. The structure of these two videos, it has 2 parts. So we will see the case in the first part. Then we will make, as usual in this series, we will make the case analysis, and I will divide the case analysis. It takes a long time, so I will divide case analysis for the first part, and it will go to the second part too. In the second part, you will see several examples with the resourceful or wisdom figures, right? So I will play with that, and all these inner figures will represent our healthy inner voices, right? And then in the second part, I will do the summary. In all episodes of this series, I use psychodrama technique. When I use psychodrama technique, it would be very hard for me to show the dialogues, what's going on here. With psychodrama, it's just very easy to show what's going on inside, right, as a roles. And it's very easy to show inner conflict. These psychodrama techniques, I'm just using these sub-personalities to show what's going on inside our inner voices. Okay, let's jump forward and see Rebecca's case and then case analysis. I am very loving, kind, and good person. I wish the world would have much more people like me. I'm helping everybody who asks me. And I never can say even no. I just do everything to help people. And for some reasons, I started to feel exhausted. I don't know. Maybe occasionally I should say no. Yes, listen whom I help. Oh, and I forgot to say that nobody can say that I'm a bad person. Everybody, whomever you ask, everybody would say, Rebecca is the best person. If you ask my boss, If you ask my husband, if you ask my son, everybody would say she is the best. She is the most kind and most loving person in the world. Yes, and that's how people are supposed to be. Kind and loving people. I help my boss at my work. I usually overstate my work. I supposed to end my work at 4 p.m. but usually I would stay until 4:30 or 5 p.m. Nobody never pay me this extra time. I just want to help people, and I help my boss, and I help needy people, which are our clients. And sometimes, honestly, sometimes I started to feel so tired that I started to have this idea to maybe I need to quit my job and find another one. But the problem is that I'm so busy with helping others that I don't have even time to look for another job. So why do I stay late at my work? My boss asks me. No, lately he even stopped asking me. He knows that I will always stay later if we have clients still there. He knows that. He knows that I'm a reliable person. Yes. I can't leave him in such a difficult situation. I can't. I'm a very reliable person. Yes. We don't have enough people. We don't have enough employees. You have to help everybody. Don't you understand that? If you help your boss, then he likes you. Everybody likes you when you help people. Otherwise, he probably would not like you. He would think that you are a bad girl. Only bad girls do not help boss. But you are tired. You don't want to do this. Have a rest. What is the sense of doing that? If you cannot handle it, if you cannot work extra hours, you are just a loser. What else you can do then? I also help my husband and my son. They both know when they come home, my son comes from college, my husband comes from his work, they always know that they have freshly cooked dinner. Yes, no matter what, no matter how tired I am, they both know, and it can happen only once in 3 years or once in 5 years that the dinner is not cooked. And I'm proud of that the dinner is always cooked. I'm a good wife and I'm a good mother. This is my job as mother and wife. Why I'm cooking for them? Because they need to eat healthy. I can't let them buy this pizza or this. Yeah, they need to eat healthy. Yes. How old are they? Oh, my husband is 50 and my son is 22. Yes. He's a very good student. If your husband and your son would get fat, this is your problem. This is your fault. It's your job of good mother and good wife to feed them every day, no matter what. This is about good wife and about good mother. And you can fail, potentially. Let your son live his life and take care of yourself. You know what? And your husband is a mature boy. He can take care of himself. You know that, right? I also help my husband's cousin daughter with her Spanish language. She's such a smart girl, and I promised her that I promised my husband, I promised her, and I promised her mother, I promised everybody that she will be the excellent student with her Spanish. That's why I'm doing that. I just promised them. And for how long? So I already helping her for 1 year. So we do with her twice a week. I'm doing it for her, of course, for free. She really doesn't like it, but I believe She has the talent for learning languages. Yes, and I'm going to teach her for 1 more year. Your husband, proud of you. You are the pride of the family. You can help everybody. You like so much to hear from everybody that you are perfect wife and you are such a good helper. You rescue everybody from hard situation. And yes, you need to sacrifice part of your life to be a good mother and good wife and carry this name with a pride. You know that if you are not going to stop doing this, you will get crazy. And you will get crazy with that girl too. You can't sacrifice your life for her bad behavior or strange behavior, right? Also, I help my church. Oh my God. My God. Honestly, it's horrible. Because what I signed for the whole year that on Saturdays, with 1 more girl, on Saturdays we have these brochures, our church brochures, and we are going to the houses. So we appear at the houses' porches and knock on the door and talk to the people, to talk to needy people. And people need to go to the church, and that's what we are telling them. We are inviting them to go to the church. But honestly, it is so challenging for me. I can't do this because 99% of people, they are just so angry people. Some people would say me even, can you imagine? Yes. I wish the world would have much more kind and loving people. Love and kindness. This is what world need. I have to do this. I have no choices. I need to make people kind and loving, no matter what. You know what? If you don't do that, you will get to the hell. You know that, right? You have no choices. Hell, or you are doing this. It's your chance. You know how many sins you did during your life, right? You don't want me to remind you. That's how loving people are doing. They need to sacrifice something from their life. Are you sure that this is faith? Knocking in somebody's doors and listen from people that they do not want to do that and kind of manipulating them to do that? Are you sure this is faith? Maybe there are some other ways to keep faith and serve God. What do you think God would say about that? What you are doing with this knocking in the doors? Let's think about that. So what happened lately? I was in the restaurant. I was there with my husband. We were having such a good time, and we both were very hungry. So, and the waitress, she already brought the dish and the salad to my husband, and I was waiting. I think they forgot about my order, about my salad, and I was waiting, and even I started to have like kind of emotional inside. I would be a little bit irritated, but I never showed that. I never told to my husband, because I'm always good wife. And I never told to that waitress because I need to be calm, you know. And then finally, 30 minutes later, she brought my salad, and you know what I found there? I found there this dark brown hair. And you know what kind of good of person I am? I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell to my husband. I didn't tell to that waitress, because that waitress already looked like she's so overwhelmed. I'm proud of myself that I didn't tell anybody. Really, this waitress didn't do her job for these tips, but I'm kind and loving person, and that's what I do. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. You know, if you will tell this to waitress or to your husband, he will get upset. You don't want to make your husband upset. You have to make him happy all the time. And you need to carry happy face for that. You know that, right? And poor waitress. Poor girl, look at her. She looks so tired. You can't screw her working day by your like little problems. She's hardly handling this work, don't you see? Listen, are you going once to think about yourself, or you are going to please everybody all the time? Case analysis. Ancient scriptures, all ancient scriptures, modern scientific researches, all kinds of mentors, psychologists' opinions, spiritual leaders. All these sources are telling that helping others is the key to happiness, for happiness. So, okay, accepted, right? No doubts. Next step, I would like to talk a little bit about the word happiness, because we all understand a little bit different things. So for us to understand generally how things work, we need to come up with the same explanation of the word for this particular video, for this particular topic. When we ask about this, most of people say it brings positive energy, right? We smile, we have inspiration, we have joy, all this stuff. So here in this particular two videos, I will use it, happiness equal positive energy. Okay? Agreed? Okay. Move forward. It is energy. So a next step, which is very important, is to understand that the main criteria of understanding if I am on the right path or not is energy. Yes, it is that simple. So if we are doing something and it brings us energy, then it looks like I'm on the right path. And if I do something, I help others, and I lose my energy, then it is a sign, it's a signal for me. If I'm losing energy, constantly losing energy, it is a huge signal for me that I'm doing something wrong. So let's see what's going on with Rebecca's energy. She complains there on her exhaustion, right? So what does it mean? It's obviously is the signal, it's signaling us that she does something wrong. Usually, from physical activities, yes, we can feel the exhaustion right now. For example, if I would run right now 6 miles or 10 miles, I probably will feel exhausted right after the running, but I will have a sleep, and in the morning I will feel awesome, right? So exhaustion and constant exhaustion, it's not from physical activities, it's always from the inner conflict, inner dialogues. That's what's sucking our energy, that's what's getting our energy. From inner conflict, it's all coming from inner world. We need to find out what's going on there, what kind of conflict. In Rebecca's case, I see several inner conflicts. I especially put on her these bunny ears so you can see the contradiction between what she verbalized, what she's talking about, like I want to change the world and I wanna world be kind and loving, right? I especially put these bunny ears because bunny is all this nice fluffy animal, and what she's verbalizing, she's just trying to be nice. But you obviously can see there is a lot of anger. There is inner conflict. So what is it for? Why does Rebecca wants to improve the world? How does it connect to her inner world? By changing the world, what does she want to really change inside her, right? And if I would be Rebecca's counselor, right, I would turn her from outside world, I would turn her to inside world, and we would be, during the work, we would start to see what's going on inside, right, instead of outside. It's not something with the world. There is something inside is going on, right? And we need to clarify that. What exactly is going on inside? What's the conflict? And there are conflicts. So what's going on with her and her son? What's going on with her and her husband? What's the reason for her to improve the world? This is all the areas which I would be working with. In the case we see there 4 examples, right? She brings there four examples of her help. From my perspective, it's all very questionable. Is it help or not? And we would need to clarify that with Rebecca. But let's try to do it right now, just generally, right? I honestly, in these all four examples of help in Rebecca's case, I really would like to clarify each example, right? And of course, we need to do this with Rebecca. What we see in the first case, right? In the first example, when she helps her boss, right? So she is working extra hours, not get paid for them. She doesn't search for a new job, even she wants to do that. So where is help? Whom does she help? Boss, from the perspective of boss development, and does she help him or not? Because reality is, he's the manager. He needs to make management decisions. He needs to hire extra employees, or he needs to understand that his employees are working extra hours. So where is help? But about Rebecca, we need to understand what makes her, and I showed there a little bit, right, about these voices. We will be talking about that later. So what makes her doing this help, right? What pushes her there? With husband and son. So it's kind of exactly the same. So where is help? Two adult men, husband and son. She's exhausted. So talking about energy, it doesn't make her happy. It just makes her unhappy, and this is the reality. So what makes her following these voices, these inner manipulative voices, and still even she exhausted, continue doing that? And how does it help her son? It's the signs of codependency, right? Adult 22 years old boy can cook his dinners himself, as well as husband, right? So that need to be clarified with her, what's happening with her, what pushes her there. Husband's cousin daughter, that is completely not clear. It need to be clarified with her, and I am not sure if there is help or not. It's obviously, what she tells there, it obviously says that she signed for that 1 year ago, and she keeps doing that no matter what. We don't know about that daughter, does she need that or not? And Rebecca is following this because she promised. So what is there in that promise? What's going on? What is, again, manipulate from inner voices? What is manipulating her, and what are her benefits of that? And the fourth example is that restaurant, remember, with waitress and husband, and she's trying to satisfy both. And again, it's all the same. Waitress, it's her responsibility it's her job, right, to be in time, to bring the good quality product and everything. So it's about Rebecca not being able to verbalize what does she need. And this piece of work is supposed to be about that. So what makes her keep her mouth shut and not talking about that, and then being upset. And then what this thing is bringing her to, it doesn't make her happy, because later she keeps doing that, and then it's something what need to be addressed. It doesn't bring to the good place her. Okay, and then it means that next step what we need to pay attention is benefits. Of course, Rebecca receives some benefits from what she is doing, right? She satisfies that inner voices. And that's what is the benefits, right? And we will see these benefits and talk about them in next second video. Also, in the second video, we will be talking about resourceful figures and resourceful inner voices. I work in Monterey, California. So for local people, you can see me individually or in the groups. I do everything here locally. For people who live distantly, you also can see me. I work online. So all contact information you can find on my website, or you can give a phone call. If the video was helpful for you, please like, please subscribe the channel, it helps a lot. And thank you for watching. Namaste, see you in next video.